Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. This time we're going to be taking a look at my review for the Steep beta. So let's get right into this video. Let me start by saying that this game works exactly like promised at E3. You can jump in and just start snowboarding right away. Well, after a short tutorial, of course. Yes, you can walk there and change your sport to wingsuit and fly wherever you want. You can open your previous runs and create a challenge for your friends or for the world to beat. Doing this is easy, and for the first time in these games, I actually wanted to save my replays and create challenges. The mountains are gorgeous. Some missions have amazing soundtracks, you just feel like you're there. However, I'm very sad to say that that's where the fun ends. After an hour of playing, when you start trying to get that golden medal that you're missing just by 2 points, the game begins to drop frames here and there, start lagging all over the place, and you might argue that this is just the beta phase. But I'm gonna remind you of Watch Dogs and how terrible that was. And it's Ubisoft after all, so just don't hold your breath, okay? But there are more problems that are too hard to fix. This game is good, but lacks a lot that makes snowboarding/skiing games difficult. Here's a pros and cons list, hopefully this helps. The pros: falling and G-force system. So the falling in this game works flawlessly if you aren't any curved angles. The G-force system also works pretty well, but I find it's lacking in when to give G-force. I found that I could fall 3 feet and lose a quarter or half of my G-force bar. Maybe that's just me though, okay? The graphics are stunning. I mean, to just watch your jacket ripple as you speed down the mountain, that's just mesmerizing and awesome. But this game could use better facial hair and movement of the lips when you talk though. However, in the graphics department, I can't really complain though. The trick system. When doing the tricks, the game works most of the time. The tricks either don't go through because it's too late, or they go through double because you held down the button for too long. But that's just us, you know. And now I'm sad to say that that's it for the pros side. Now we move on to the much longer cons. First of all, the controls are clunky. 9 out of 10 times the game will not register your jump or will not rotate you in the air, even though you press the button. If you land on a rock, the game will think that the laws of physics are now disabled. You will either fall down or slide all over the place like an ice skater. For some reason, you cannot even stand on the rock in snowboarding/skiing in snowboarding gear, even if the rock is totally flat. Like, what's up with that? You have to fix this when you fully release the game. Also, it's really hard to fail any rotating trick. You can just release the controller mid-air and 90% of the time, you land the trick perfectly. It has to be at least a little difficult, okay? Second, snowboarding works flawlessly. The wingsuit works with little flaws, but the skiing, well, it's just not executed very well. Other people already pointed out that paragliding feels like it was added in the game at the last month before the release. And it's true. It's boring, the controls are awful, and after doing 1 or 2 paragliding missions, I never want to do any of those ever again. Also, even though when you read about it, this seems minor, but the music is a big issue. Not the music itself, but it's turning on and off all the time. Let me explain. You start a race, the song starts playing. But you fail the jump and restart the race, which happens a lot in this game, I'm just warning you. Then the song cuts off at this point and starts again. Or the new song just starts playing all of a sudden. You can really feel it when you are retrying the same race for 30 plus times. I ended up just turning it off. When doing tricks, it is very bland and has no form of customization. To do a trick, you jump and press one button. The character then proceeds to do the trick and landing it perfectly. I find the game encourages players to not have any variation when coming to do these tricks, resulting in a very repeated run consisting of the same tricks to get the most points. The gameplay of snowboarding by far is the best sport in this game. It works better than all the other sports, and you will be playing this one most often because the game was truly made with snowboarding in mind. The second worst sport in this game. Very boring, you don't do much, and feels like it was just added in just for the sake of pleasing a very small crowd. You will be using this maybe once or twice just to try it out, unless you're an actual skiing fan. And the wingsuit, a very cool way of traveling and doing time trials. First of its kind, and although it's very fun, there is no customization to how you fly. I.e., there is no rolls, flips or anything cool, and I don't expect Ubisoft to add any rolls or flips by the time it releases either. Paragliding. The absolute worst thing you could imagine. This is the equivalent of having your hand stuck to the bottom of a Pringles container because your hand is just too freaking big. You sit around and do literally nothing other than turns. Ubisoft seems to have added a custom turn so you can do flips and sharp turns, but this system just does not work. You just flip around and go even slower than you did before. It's just irritating, okay? Now, overall, to just sum it up, should you play it in the beta phase? Yes, definitely, it's worth a look. But should you pay $60 to play it in its current state? I don't think so. But maybe I can see a few years down the line when this game drops to like $5 or $10, people picking it up and playing it like anything. But I can see some winter sport fans seriously thinking and picking this game up and actually enjoying it. So yeah, that's it for this review of Steep. Thank you guys for watching this video and peace out.